So, how'd today's review turn out?
I thought you did it.
No, you were the one.
Jeez, don't tell me that you're sick again.
Nothing to worry about. It's just a relapse of the spell plague.
You know, I wasn't taking this whole spell plague thing seriously. But ever since you grew a second set of teeth inside your nostrils, I'm thinking maybe I should be staying away from you.
Nonsense. You can never have too many teeth.
Well, I know exactly how to get rid of you.
Is that so?
Remember those horrible games mothers would force their children to play? The ones that promised to teach math and history.
You wouldn't dare!
That's right. I'm conjuring up an edutainment game from my own childhood.
My anathema!
Turbo Science!
I'm too weak to endure it! I must escape!
The merging of point-and-click adventure, Sierra's eccentric sense of humor, and education all seems so natural. I'm honestly surprised that games like this fail to catch on. And by fail to catch on, I mean we're all but completely forgotten. I'll start by confessing this game's flaws. Though the game has more than 2,300 different questions, you'll start to see the same or similar ones being asked well before you see your first championship trophy. They only have a couple good music tracks, and they use them over and over. When they don't have a decent piece of music, well, listen to this. The greatest three-note symphony ever written. It's the kind of thing I'd expect to hear if a frog shot out its tongue and got stuck and was slapping back and forth between two trees. Or my mother-in-law decided to come over and cook. Drip, drop, drip, drop. And some of the areas are just plain boring. Or outright nightmare fuel. Look at this guy! This place... I think we know exactly what kind of clowns these kids are going to grow up to be. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at our cast. You play as one or two space elves who... That's funny. I don't remember her trying to stick her tongue down his ear. Anyway, you play as a space elf and race against one of the following teams. A dog and his boy, a little girl with a funny accent, and a couple aliens who... Wait, her name is Ouija? But then that means... So every 3 races you win causes you to go up a rank, and this is usually accompanied by competing against stronger opponents, until finally you win the trophy and it starts all over again. So by now you're probably wondering how the race itself works. Well, you just answer science questions to earn traveling money. The more money you have, the better transport you can afford. But time is passing even while you're answering these questions, so you have to be fast and accurate. You can walk, run, bike, ski, parasail, hoverboard, bear rock climb, deep sea dive, anti-gravity boots, ultralight, jetpack. There's just a ton of ways to travel. The game changes the questions based on what difficulty you select, and gives you the ability to pause the game and research the answer in the game's massive instruction book, which is written in the same quirky humor as the rest of the game. They even provide you with page numbers and tell you where on the page to look. Unfortunately, I no longer have this book, so if anyone out there cares to scan theirs, or knows where it can be found on the internet, let me know and I'll post a link. At any time, you can pause the game and look around. Each area is incredibly detailed, and you can click on pretty much everything. Not only do these objects have often humorous descriptions, you can also use your tools to determine their height, weight, volume, temperature, how much light and sound they produce, all in English units or in metric. Sierra really went above and beyond with this one. What's more, this game has been released as freeware. So if you're watching this at Gamersnark, there's a link to download it right under the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, then it's in the description. You know what I'd love to see? A game just like this made by Aaron Diaz, author of Dresden Codec. I can scarcely imagine what sort of crazy areas he'd make, not to mention the philosophical and sci-fi questions that make your head spin. All of Google would have to be your instruction manual. All in all, I give Turbo Science a rating of totally radical. Oh, don't look at me like that. Hoverboarding aliens from the 90s? If that doesn't invoke dead slaying, then I don't know what does.